Well, good morning, you guys. Another morning for Steve and Audra. Starting out a little rocky because Steve's still sick and I've been fighting it. But we're starting out with a good deal, at least from Cracker Barrel this morning. I had a free reward for a kid's meal, and when you get any entree, you can add another entree, like select options, for $6. So this morning we got a biscuit with egg and sausage and hash browns for free, and blueberry French toast, all that for $6. So that's not too bad. And we used our Cracker Barrel gift card to pay for it. So that was something we got through our cashback program. So really it's all free. So last night was pretty horrendous. I thought for sure Steve would be on the upswing and it'd be a little bit better last night, but it wasn't. And for the first time for me, for some reason, I could just not sleep. Usually I can sleep through him coughing and stuff. I mean, I wake up once in a while, but last night I woke up at like 3 and just could not go back to sleep. I put headphones in with white noise. I put a pillow up in between us. It was so crazy. And of course, I've been fighting this thing too. I don't know how I don't have more symptoms, but I had the post-nasal drip and sore throat through the night. So this morning I've decided he needs to call. We have a free doctor visit, whatever that's called, with our MediShare health sharing program that we have that's like insurance kind of. So he's going to call them now, see what they have to say, because we've got to find some relief for the nights at least. And we're pretty sure it's just something that has to run its course, but maybe they can give some recommendations for at least how to treat it and for him to get better sleep and for me to get some better sleep too.
Thank you for calling. Well, I call it a cold, I guess I would call it, probably about 10 days ago. And just thought it would do its typical course, which is, for me, it'll work its way from the top of my mouth and my nasal area down into my chest.
If you were with us for our last episode, you'd know that Steve's been battling a terrible cough. He came down with it now, I think it's been about 10 days ago. And it's been really impacting our time here in the van. We've been making do. We've been finding places to go that are comfortable and just trying to relax and get him better. But it's been hard.
Well, just got off the phone with the doctor, and she is diagnosing it as acute bronchitis. Joke with Audra that I'm so cute that even my bronchitis is cute.
Aww.
See, even when I'm sick, I can't help with the dumb jokes. Yeah, it's been about going on 10 days now. The nights are just horrendous. The past 4 nights especially, there is just violent coughing attacks, and that obviously disrupts my sleep. It's affecting Audra's sleep. So kind of we're to a breaking point where we need professional help. She has called in a prescription for some cough medication. She said will hopefully help through the night at least. She recommended a Tylenol PM, things like that. It might also aid a little bit in sleep. Anyway, I'm hoping to turn the corner here pretty soon, because this is getting old.
Thanks, Cracker Barrel, for another quiet night and a decent breakfast. Now we're heading to Walmart to get Steve's prescription and some groceries. haven't gotten very far. I think we've been here at Walmart for over an hour. I came back to the van just to chill while Steve was getting his medicine. Man, this is doing a number on us. So I think we're going to look for a Little Caesars pizza for lunch so we don't have to make anything. And then maybe get cleaned up at Planet Fitness. And then go find a place to just chillax. We're not being very productive this week.
Turn right onto Hawthorne Drive.
Quick little change of plans. When we were driving to Little Caesars, I noticed a big park off the highway, so we've pulled in here, thinking it might be a nice shady spot, nice place to eat some pizza, and maybe to get a nap. And look, there's a baby deer. Oh my goodness, that was so cute. Not sure if you guys could see them or not, because it took me a little bit of time to get the camera turned around and get it on them. They ran off, but oh my goodness, they were cute. You know what time it is now?
Pizza time.
Pizza. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I first talked to you guys this morning around 9:15. We've pretty much accomplished nothing today. But I guess I'm realizing that's okay. What are we supposed to do when we don't feel good? I took a nap. I guess that's accomplishing something. We had a little tiff because we laid down. And I was trying to sleep and Steve kept coughing. So I was like, oh, this is no different than last night. I was like, take your medicine. Because he got a cough suppressant. But he wouldn't. So.
You're not supposed to take it and operate heavy machinery or drive, so.
So I said, well, we can just stay here then until it wears off. But instead he took his chair and went outside. So he hasn't had a nap. I had a little nap. We're kind of a train wreck. So,
yep.
We are heading to Planet Fitness now, driving around, checking out this park a little bit, and then we're heading to Planet Fitness. And then we're just going to decide after that what we're doing for the rest of the day. Probably not very much of anything. Current situation update. We got all cleaned up at Planet Fitness. Now I'm lounging with my kitty here in the back of the van while Steve's cutting up cantaloupe. I was the doctor last week. Now he's doing the doctoring.
Here's your cup of cantaloupe you ordered.
Thanks.
A little sick one.
Some vitamin C.
Now, how did you get sick?
I wonder.
I'm going to blame it on the cat. Dinner is served.
Well, you guys, being sick pretty much sucks. Whether you live in a van or you don't live in a van.
Yep.
When I started recording yesterday, I had no idea that there'd be really nothing much to share just because we've been sick. I didn't know I'd be succumbing to this cold, so now we're both feeling crummy.
I'm 10 days into it, and now she comes down with it, so.
It's so crazy because I felt like I was fighting it for like all of last week and thought I was beating it, and then I guess it's because I didn't get enough sleep. I don't know. Sickness is a weird thing. But anyway, all that to say, we don't have many exciting things to share. We've been relying on Cracker Barrel, parks, the library. Thankfully, the library nearby here is really nice, and we've been able to sit at a table that's away from everyone else so we don't spread our horrible germs. And tonight, we're getting Arby's. We don't usually like to eat out very much or spend much money on stuff like this, but we've decided we have an allowance for each month, and a lot of times we don't even spend all that. So we were just talking, especially being sick, we're just going to spend some more money. The funny thing is, I'll say this to our friends, our other van life friends, Bill and Christina and Jamie and Lisa, who we were traveling with in Florida. Way back in January, we talked about getting Arby's fish, and I have been trying to do that, and it's been a failure. We went with Bill and Christina to an Arby's, and they were sold out of fish when we went. Tonight, we finally tried again. They didn't have fish again. So we got chicken, and what did we get? Loaded fries.
Yeah.
We signed up for their app. They got 50% off, so it's loaded fries with bacon and something. So, I can't even get them open. So here they are. They actually look pretty good. So we're going to have that. We're going to chill and watch some TV, and that's about it. We had some grandiose plans for things to do on the Lake Ontario, and we're just not doing them. It's just a part of life.
Next time.
Next up on the docket is some hot tea from Panera.
Here you go. Here's your ginger peach tea with a dash
Funny.
of honey.
Good morning, you guys. Steve and I are limping along here. We had a better night last night. We got a little bit more sleep. And then this morning he made us some delicious sandwiches. He used the croissants and fried up some eggs, and I put avocado on mine. That new sandwich that I love so much. We're just trying to load up with good stuff. He got us some tea. Well, we left Cracker Barrel this morning. Went right to Panera. He got some tea. So we're having some tea, trying to load up on vitamins, trying to fight off this yuck. And we're actually trying to work in the van this morning off the Panera Wi-Fi instead of being inside, because we obviously don't want to be sharing our germs. Steve's got a pretty creative setup this morning for working. I'll show you that now. Sitting in the front seat, editing, and he's used my footstool. I think that was my 8th grade technology workshop project as his mousepad desk. So that's pretty innovative. I don't think you've ever done that before, have you?
I'm not as stupid as I look.
And there's our view. There's Panera. It's a cloudy day, so our battery's down a little bit. Hopefully we'll feel good enough to do a little driving later today. Maybe check out a few spots that we've had on our list, since we've been able to not do too much of anything in the last several days. So this setup is working pretty well for us, at least for a while till we run out of power. Although the sun is out now, so maybe that's charging us up a little better for our house battery. It's also worth noting, I think, we shared that we got Arby's last night, their chicken sandwiches, and their loaded fries. I'm going to say they're not one of my favorite fast food places. We've had their roast beef before, and as I mentioned, I wanted to get their fish, but their chicken was really good. Don't you think so?
Not bad. Kind of pricey for fast food, but
I don't think so, with how prices have increased. Like, McDonald's isn't as cheap anymore. And I think their chicken sandwich is pretty comparable to, like, going to a restaurant. So I think it's a lot cheaper than that and a good alternative. Well, we're reheating some stir-fry leftovers tonight, and we're cooking up some pot stickers. And usually they don't actually stick as much as they are tonight, but they're sticking a lot tonight for me. I think Steve and I are both on the upswing. I think it helps that we got some better sleep the last couple nights. We'll see. But hopefully this sickness is finally behind us. As we've been saying, we haven't been doing a whole lot of much at all, just a lot of nothing. But hopefully dinner will be good. We've got out our makeshift table here. Works pretty well. Just a board from a table that we set on our cabinet doors. Works pretty well for extra space.
This is yet another example of eating good and van living.
I think you're starting to sound a lot better now too.
I'm still congested. My ears are all closed up, but yeah, I think I'm turning the corner.
Yeah, I think you sound better and you're not coughing as much. Yay. We're very thankful for local parks, especially for a place to hang out when not feeling well. This one, with local ball games happening, was right next to the library, so it was perfect. We're back at Cracker Barrel. I told Steve that we're probably going to need to change our permanent address to this Cracker Barrel because we've been here so many nights now. Probably the staff that work here all recognize us. It's been really great though because we found in this area there's a Cracker Barrel, a park, a library, an Aldi, Planet Fitness, all within just a few minutes of each other. So it's been pretty great for us sickos.
Yep. When you're sick, come to Rochester.
The perfect place to be. So we're gonna park it up and we're gonna do another night of chilling out. We'll catch you tomorrow.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, you guys. It's our last day in Rochester, and we had more grandiose plans for our last bit of time in Rochester. I've had so many different things pinned on the map that we didn't get to, including a state park that looked pretty cool that we were hoping to do today, but we just don't have it in us. I feel too weak after being sick, although I think we're on the upswing, right?
Yep, I had my second good night's sleep, so that helps. Definitely still congested. My ear is almost completely shut, but I think we're on the upswing.
The one thing I did have on the list was a local park that looked kind of cool because it's got a castle and sunken garden, so we're checking that out this morning. The Warner Castle was built by Horatio Gates Warner in 1854. The structure was built to resemble the ancestral castle of the Clan Douglas, which captivated his fancy during a visit to Scotland. The castle went through various owners after the Warner family and briefly served as a sanitarium. The Landmark Society of Western New York is the current occupant of the Warner Castle. The gardens are open to the public. This is kind of neat for a local park. The fact that there's an old castle and sunken gardens and little trails. And then across the street there's more park with some old waterworks and a reservoir. Although the crazy thing right now is the reservoir is empty for some reason, which is too bad. But it's fun to walk around here today. Alright, well before leaving town, we're going to drive through the downtown of Rochester, because I don't think we've actually gone through the technical downtown since we've been here.
Definitely some neat architecture here to downtown Rochester. So we stopped for a quick bathroom break, and someone wasted no time in getting into the driver's seat and now refuses to move. Hey, get. I gotta drive. Yes, I said you have to get. What do you expect? Are you gonna drive us? Huh? Come on. Don't back talk. You have the whole rest of the van. Yeah. You have the whole rest of the van at your disposal. Hey. Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You let everybody know you're a toughie. Huh? What? Oh my goodness. That's right, you let them know. You're such a tough kitty. Get out of here. Go on. Yeah. You're being stubborn. Get.
Very great. Come on, baby.
Go on.
Come on.
Get.
Come on.
Get. Get out of here. Come on. Come on. Get.
Come on, puppy.
Go back.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
At least you are being stubborn. What? Come on. Come on. Well, I'm tapping out. I'm going to get your mama.
Are you being stubborn? Come here, baby. You and Daddy. Come on. Oh, come on, honey. Oh. Here. Here we go. Somebody's being naughty, girl.
I'll say.
Somebody's being naughty. Well, I guess that's a side of our cat that you guys have probably never seen before. She does have her moments, especially with this guy, because he likes to aggravate her. So they have a special little relationship.
Yeah, I might say we have a special relationship, but that was a bit of a battle of wills right there. She did not want to leave.
So we left Rochester a couple hours ago. On the way, we stopped at Panera and we did some work. We're heading back to Ithaca now. We're hoping that we're going to feel better soon enough here to celebrate my dad's birthday. And we're going to hang out with family a little bit more. It's been quite a doozy of a cold, this summer cold that we've had. But I would say that we have weathered this storm pretty well, all being said.
Yeah. It's been coming up on 2 weeks for me since I first came down with symptoms. So that's probably at least twice as long as a normal cold. So I don't... But in some ways it was nice to be in Rochester. It really worked out that festival was going on. Because it gave us some place to kind of go to throughout the day, and as we had energy, we could go check things out and listen to some music, and then if need be, just come back and crash, take naps, etc.
Yeah. So we've been talking that we've definitely been slowing down. I think that's good for us. I mean, we'd rather not be sick, but it has been good that we've been slowing down a little bit. I think continuing to find that balance with van life and like not always going and finding something to do because you got to find that normalcy. So we do talk about the fact that we could go to a hotel room if we needed to when we were sick, but that's a little more complicated because of the cat. So I really think that
I was this close. I had a string of at least 4 nights, probably 5 nights, where I was coughing so violently that I just couldn't lay in bed anymore. Plus, I didn't want to keep her up. So I came up here to the passenger seat and tried my best to sleep or at least get comfortable. So yeah, going into this whole van life thing, we knew that being sick would be rough in 60 square feet. Are you gonna be all right? And that having it in our back pocket of going to a hotel would be money well spent. So this episode almost broke me. I was almost ready.
Yeah, and I would say maybe the benefit of a hotel room would have been like for you to stay in there and cough all you wanted, and I could sleep in the van. Sorry, I'm my coughing fit right now. But anyway, I think we made the best of it, and our van's pretty comfy. The mattress is super comfy, so I think we did all right, all things considered.
I think we weathered the storm, yeah.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto the
After almost 2 weeks in Rochester, we made it back to Ithaca, and here's to hoping we get back to 100% really quickly. As always, thanks for watching. Catch us next time as our adventures in van living continue.